Disclaimer. This build guide was made in Standard League, but you can definitely do a league-based / cheaper version and still achieve great damage. This build is far from being budget friendly, but I'm here to show you the best builds in-game, without exceptions. That doesn't mean it's not working properly with the budget friendly gear. Recommendations for that and all kinds of questions are and will be answered on a specific thread by Afak and me on the PoE forum or in the comment section of this video. Without further ado, lean back, relax and let's get started. This build guide contains build showcase, content overview, equipment, gems, jewels, flasks, skill tree, ascendancy points, pantheon powers and bandit choice. Helmet. Abyssus. For boss farming, get whatever roll you can find with a +2 barrage enchant in a low 40% physical damage range. For mapping, you can use a +2 tornado shot projectile or whatever clearing skill you prefer, like lightning arrow, shrapnel shot and so on. Main hand. Doomfledged Prison. This is not a breaking news to anyone, but Doomfledged Prison is an OP unique. Increased elemental damage with attack skills, physical damage, attack speed, critical strike chance and of course physical damage as extra damage of each element. Offhand. Drillneck. A corrupted Drillneck with +1 arrow. Even after GGG's nerf to it, it's still arguably one of the best quivers out there when used properly. I put a Mirrored Legacy multi-quiver on this build in Path of Building and actually got less damage than I did with +1 arrow Drillneck. Insanely cheap for the damage it deals. Body armor. Chaos Heart. Non-legacy Chaos is great. Get a good fire damage roll for some nice damage increase, or if you're rich / an old timer, just use a legacy Chaos for more life. Gloves. Rare gloves. Grip gloves with flat physical damage, another flat elemental damage, the resistances you need to help balancing the Wise Oak, and of course increased attack speed. Legacy Maligoros provides less damage for us than these gloves do. Belt. Rare belt. Basically, you want stats like increased physical damage, life, elemental penetration, elemental damage with attack skills, resistances, movement speed and all the good stuff on it. Boots. Rare boots. Tri-res boots with movement speed and life, an open prefix for 12% increased elemental damage with attack skills and 10% elemental penetration boot enchant is exactly what you want. I prefer tier 1 chaos resistance on it because you won't be using a Ceres flask and you will not be able to get any sort of chaos resistance anywhere else for this character. Boots should bring significant damage, high mobility and great survivability. Amulet. Rare amulet. Prioritize tier 1 fist roll on the neck. The ideal amulet would also have crit chance, crit multiplier and life on it. Elemental damage with attack skills / flat elemental damage would be the 5th most important, followed by whatever useful suffix you need. A useful stat or more accuracy is the best choice here. Rings. Rare rings. Steel rings with all offensive mods / stats are incredibly important for this build. Essence of Scorn provides crit multiplier, which is one of the biggest ways to scale our damage, second only to flat physical damage. This build needs at least 191 strength in order to equip Chaos Heart, and you can't even equip an Abyssus without 138 strength. In our helmet we will socket Orb of Storms, faster casting, increased critical strike support and power charge on critical support. Yes, it takes up 4 gem slots, but this procs our power charges for us rather quickly and we just set it once and forget it, which is very important. You could try Frenzy also if you wanted, but especially on Guardians and Shaper I prefer to just set it once and go ham. In order to get a 4 off-color Abyssus, use the Jewel's method of crafting. For mapping, not doing bosses, you could also use Cast when damage taken, Immortal Call, increased duration or whatever utility skill you prefer to use. In our first main hand we will socket Tornado Shot, greater multiple projectile support, physical projectile attack damage support, increased critical strike support, elemental damage with attack support and pierce support. In our second main hand we will socket Barrage, slower projectile support, elemental focus support, increased critical strike support, elemental damage with attack support and physical projectile attack damage support. When it's all said and done, you will have 2 Doom Fletches and 2 Drill Neck +1. Main hand 1 is our main map clearing skill, I prefer Tornado Shot. Main hand 2 is our boss killer setup. If you lack Flat Fizz on your gear and not using Abyssos, use Chance to Bleed in place of increased critical strike support. In our gloves we will socket Blink Arrow, fast attack support, summon Ice Golem and Val Haste. You got to have that Blink Arrow / fast attack support for supreme mobility. Ice Golem and Val Haste are must-haves as well. In our first boots we will socket Hatred, Projectile Weakness, Enlighten support and Blasphemy support. This is our boss farming setup. Projectile Weakness beats out any other curse including Elemental Weakness. In our second boots we will socket Hatred, Herald of Ice, Curse and Hit support and Assassin's Mark. This will be our map farming setup. This will give us our power charges and up our crit to swiftly breathe through the maps. Truthfully, if we have everything set up and you really don't even need the crit / power charges, but hey, it's the same colors and an easy gem swap out if you're just going to run maps for a while. Hatred could be replaced with Haste if you want a bit faster clear speed, or you could put in Herald of Ash, but that would require recoloring. Jewels are very important for this build. They can be used to bring life, damage and stats we might need like strength / intelligence or resistances to balance our Wise Oak. For crit / leech claw nodes we use Lioness Fall. If you need more information about the stat priority on Jewels, visit the written guide on the PoE forum. Dying Sun. Extra projectiles, fire resistance and maximum fire resistance is GG for us. This flask doesn't even need to be a legacy one, as AoE doesn't really matter to us. Taste of Fate. Taste of Fate is great because it acts both as an offensive and a defensive flask. Since we wear Abyssos, we take at least 40% increased physical damage. This flask mitigates up to 30% of that damage, displacing it as cold damage taking. With this flask up, our max cold resistance is 82%. The Wise Oak. Legacy Wise Oak for 20% penetration is GG for us. Even if you can't afford the legacy one, a regular 15% one is still overpowered. This is a balancing example for Pathfinders. Pre-flask resistances with equipment and jewels. Fire / cold resistance must be completely equal, lightning 60% above. With Dying Sun, Taste of Fate and the Wise Oak all up, your uncapped resistances should all be the same amount in order to get full functionality out of your Wise Oak flask. Jewels, gloves, belt and boots are great spots to ensure this happens. Diamond Flask. Diamond Flask with bleed immunity is a must. Especially since we wear Abyssos, we don't want to be caught by surprise with pesky bleed, which is all physical damage over time. Quicksilver Flask. An Alchemist's Quicksilver Flask of Adrenaline is great for us. You could also grab one with increased duration instead. A detailed skill tree plan, leveling advices and gear choices while leveling is listed in Arfak thread on the official Path of Exile forum. Links are given in the description below. As ascendancy points, we're gonna take Nature's Boon, Master Alchemist, Veteran Power and Nature's Adrenaline. If you're hunting bosses, you want to have Soul of Solaris as Major God and Soul of Grudkul as Minor God to ensure a juicy damage reduction in fight. If you're running maps, take Soul of Lunaris as Major God and Soul of Ugol as Minor God to get physical damage reduction and less reflected damage. Kill them all. If you have any questions regarding the build, such as leveling advices, budget recommendations, more gameplay footage, insert random question here, visit the written guide on the PoE forum and or visit Arfak's YouTube channel. Links are in the description below. Thanks Thanks for watching my video. I would greatly appreciate your support with a simple like on the video, your thoughts and feelings about the video and the content itself in a comment. On top of that, subscribe to my YouTube channel if you want to see more videos in the future. It's totally free, so become a part of the growing community. A big thanks to Afak for creating the guide and providing me with the footage for our project. You can find all kinds of God Mode PoE on his channel, so check it out. Take care and have a great day.